I'm gonna show you how to create this effect in Photoshop without downloading any brushes or plugins. So let's get started. Hey, what's up guys, Throwal here, and as you can see this is the final output, and you can also do it in color version. It's on adjustment layer, so you can select color or black and white as you please. Now to create this effect I will be using this picture from deviantart.com, and if you want to use it the download link is in video description. Now let's start the effect, and you can just double click here and unlock it. Then let's remove the background, and for that right click here and select your magnetic lasso tool. I tried quick selection, didn't work, so magnetic it is. Now if you look at the selection, as you can see I ignored all of this part, and also I didn't take care at the bottom because we will be erasing all of that, so don't worry about it. Most important part is this little bit of hair and this the face and this part. So once that is done, go and click on your refine edge option, and here use white background because that will be our background in effect. So I'm gonna use this one and see if the hair looks proper. Perfect. Now go and hit OK. After that, go and apply the layer mask. Click on this third icon. Then we have to make the canvas bigger. So for that, go and select your crop tool from here and make sure delete crop pixel is turned off. Then zoom out a little bit and make the canvas bigger like this. This is big enough, I think. Yep. Then go and confirm it. After that, go and select your move tool and move him a little bit here. Then press Ctrl T, hold your shift key and make it a little bit bigger, and then I'm gonna rotate so that the particle when they come out they match the direction properly. So that's enough, and let's make it a little bit more big. Perfect. Then go and confirm it. Now let's create the background, and for that we have to create a new blank layer. But this time I'm gonna hold my control key and then create a blank layer. So the layer will be under my subject. Then go and select the paint bucket tool and right click and paint bucket. Then go and select your white color and fill it. Now double click on your this model layer and let's name it backup in case we screw up, so we don't have to select again. Then let's make a copy of it, press Ctrl J and hide this layer, we don't need it, so go and throw it under layer 1. Now activate your backup copy, this one, and let's name it model. After that, go and select your layer mask here. It's really important, make your layer mask active. Then go and select your brush tool, right click brush, and in the brush I'm selecting a regular round brush with somewhere around like 60 to 70% hardness. Then go and remove this parts. Oops, we need black color to remove it, so go and remove. And let's say if you want to bring something back, you can just simply switch to white color and bring it back just like this. So the setup is ready. Now let's go and create new brush. So for that, go to file and create a new document. In the document my size will be 1000 by 1000 in pixels, and the resolution will be 100, and then go and hit OK. Now go and select this square rectangular marquee tool, and you have to make a selection. Here's a tip: when you make a selection, start it way outside the box here, then make a selection something like this, so you can select entire border. After that, go and create a blank layer from here. Then make sure your selection is still active and you still have your marquee tool here. Right click and select, where is it, stroke. In the stroke, color should be absolute black, no else, it has to be black. Hit OK. And the width is somewhere around 40. You can try different, I think 20 to 50 pixel anywhere would work. Then go and hit it, and also my location is inside. Hit OK. Now we have to remove the selection, so go to select and deselect, selection is gone. After that, go to edit, define brush preset, and let's give it some friendly name. After that, go and hit OK. Now I'm gonna go back to my document here and select my brush tool, and if you scroll down here you can see this is the brush that we just created. So looks pretty cool. Now we have to make it a little bit smaller, so use your bracket keys for that, and after that go and click on this option here. So it will bring up this panel where you can do really cool stuff. So I'm gonna select my brush tip shape, and the spacing I will increase it a little bit, not too much. Then I'm gonna go to shape dynamics, And here my angle jitter is somewhere around 100%, minimum diameter is 60, and the size jitter is 100%. You can decrease it a little bit, and then go to scattering. In the scatter, bring it down way low. I think this is more than enough, 133%. And in the count, one should be enough. Now let's go and try it. So you have to make sure your layer mask is active in the model, and then your color is white. Now go and start painting here. So you will start seeing this really cool effect. And what our target here is that, let's go and close it. I'm gonna show you a trick. Hold your Alt key and click on your layer mask. So now if I zoom in, you can see we have this little soft fringe. We have to remove that. So I'm gonna go and paint here until that goes away completely. And you can feel free to take it a little bit outside, not too much though. So let's go and do it. Now to make it normal, just hold your Alt key and click on your mask again, and it's normal. And as you can see, the effect looks much better. Now as you can see, I did a little bit too much of square, but it's fine. You can take care in your own file. So let's go and create the background boxes. So for that, go and create a new blank layer, and let's name it just. Now to create the background boxes, as you can see, I have the same brush, but in the setting, we have to do some changes. First of all, go to your brush tip shape, and here increase the spacing so the boxes don't overlap too much, okay? That looks good. Now go to your shape dynamics, and here go and make the size jitter all the way 100%. And in the minimum diameter, you can select a number so your smaller box won't be smaller than this. So I'm gonna keep it somewhere around 40%. Angle jitter 100%. Now go back to scattering. Now in the scattering, it can be a little bit tricky. So you will have to do trial and error. So I'm gonna go and first of all make it all the way 1000 and try. So I think this looks pretty good, but let's confirm it by making our brush a little bit bigger, because the as far the boxes go, the bigger they will get. So I'm gonna go and make it somewhere like this. Okay, it's way too big. And also we need to decrease the scatter a little bit. So I'm gonna keep it somewhere 900. Now let's make the brush smaller and try again. Now that's looking good. I'm gonna press Ctrl Z. So scattering is fine. Now let's go to transfer. This is last option. In the transfer, I'm gonna go and keep it somewhere around 50%, not too much. Flow jitter 0%. You can experiment with any of this, by the way. That's the what effect is about. So because we added 50% opacity jitter, some of the boxes will be lighter and it won't look really heavy to the eyes. So I'm gonna go and keep it somewhere like, let's try 30%, and let's do it again. Okay, so the now boxes look pretty good. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Yep, looking pretty good. And if it goes on the face or somewhere around here, here somewhere, don't worry about it. I will show you how to erase it. Now let me zoom in, and do you see this white space here? We need to fill it up completely so the transition from this head to these boxes look proper. So for that, go and make your brush a tiny bit smaller, and in the brush tip shape, I'm gonna go and reduce the spacing so we can fill it up faster and it doesn't go any other places too much. And same with the scatter, I'm gonna reduce it a little bit. Then go and start painting here. So as you can see, the first one didn't look really good, so I just created another layer and did it again, and took me around like 2 minutes. So this effect is really easy and fast. So now let's remove it from the face, and let's adjust the corners. So for that, simply go and select your eraser tool. You can apply the layer mask, but it's just too much. You have to go and select the brush, change the settings, and it's just annoying. So I'm just gonna simply use eraser. Also, here's a tip. You can directly move it. Just go and select your move tool, hold your shift key and make sure this layer is active, and then you can see move it. So if you want to fill up a little bit space, you can cheat like this. Just go and move it. You have this little white line here. Just move it a bit further and boom, it's gone. And also let's erase some boxes from here. So all the crazy part is done. Now let's do some corrections. So for that, first of all, I'm gonna go and create new adjustment layer, and this time select black and white. Now the thing about black and white is that it looks classy and it will help you blend your effect better. If you screw up too much, just simply go and make it black and white and you can hide your mistakes. But at the same time, if you do properly, the color version also looks really good. So I don't know, vote in the comment section. Do you like color version better or do you like the black and white version better? So the black and white is done. Now I'm gonna go and create new adjustment layer and select curves. In the curves, I'm gonna make it a little bit brighter, and then let's go and make it a tiny bit dark from here, so we have that good contrast, and let's make it brighter. Looking good. Go and close it. Now let's go and create the background. So the layer 0 is our background. Activate it, double click on it, then go and select the good old gradient overlay. Here in the style, I'm gonna go and make it, where is it, radial, and make it reverse, so the dark part is outside. Make the scale all the way 100 and the angle 180, so it's even more softer, and the opacity somewhere around like 20-30%, however you like. So 30 looks good, hit OK. So if I turn it on and off, see, looks much better. Now after the curves, go and create new adjustment layer, and this time I'm gonna go and select gradient map. Let's go to gradient map, and here you see this violet and orange, it's default. You can go and hit OK. Now you can also use this output as your effect. Makes up for a pretty good dual tone effect, so go and close it. But for this effect, I'm gonna go and make my opacity to 5% and confirm it. So if I turn it on and off, we have that really slight yellow tint. You can go up to 10. And here's a tip: if you decide black and white, keep it under 10. And if you go for like color version, you can go and increase it a little bit more, because you have the colors in shirt and skin, so this will complement it really nice. So I'm gonna go and keep it somewhere around like 17, so that also looks really nice. So I hope you realize that you can use this effect in many different ways just using color correction. So that's it, and this is the final output, and I really hope that you guys learned something. And don't forget to comment that do you like color version better or do you prefer the black and white. And if you wanna check out more tutorials by me, you can click on any of these boxes. Plus you can also subscribe to my channel, so every time I upload a new video you will get the update. Plus it will take you to my YouTube channel where I have lots of Photoshop tutorials just waiting for you. So till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.